WebEx Engage allows client administrators to make informed decisions using the real-time dashboard feature. The dashboard helps to track the activity of multiple teams grouped to generate the metrics. The client admin can select a maximum of 20 teams to view the metrics. In addition to the dashboard, an advanced reporting feature is provided that supports various visualizations such as pie charts, bar graphs, line graphs, scatter plots, etc. This feature offers insights into team incoming chats, with a drill down to each message, transfer activity of conversations, and performance metrics. As part of advanced reporting, client admins can view or query the information from the database to build reports and dashboards as needed. Only a few reports are available by default. Client admins can add further reports or dashboards if required. The real-time dashboard is categorized into the following: chats traffic and workforce metrics. The chats traffic section displays the list of chats in open status. These chats include chats waiting in queue, those on hold, and chats awaiting a response from the agent. These blocks show the chat percentage difference with respect to the last hour. The chat traffic is updated every 10 seconds on this screen. The agent should have sent the customer at least one outgoing message to display chats in this list. Options include open chats by status, in queue, engaged, put on hold, pending response from agent, and pending response from customer. They all present metrics across all selected teams. When open chats by status is selected, it refers to the total number of chats that are in open status. In queue refers to the total number of chats that are in queue. Engaged refers to the total number of chats that are currently being answered by the agents, which are chats that are in Agents My Chats. Put on hold refers to the total number of chats that are in on-hold status. Pending response from agent refers to the number of chats that are awaiting a response from the agents, from the total number of engaged chats. And pending response from customer refers to the number of chats that are awaiting a response from the customers, from the total number of engaged chats. Below is a split by team section showing two charts. The chart on the left is open chats by status, and the chart on the right is a chart status versus time comparison. With open charts by status on the left, a graph is generated for the selected teams. By default, the chart will display the metrics of open chats by status. You can generate the chart based on responses pending from the agents. To do so, you select Pending Responses from the drop-down available on the chart. You can download a chart in different formats such as PNG, JPEG, PDF, SVG Vector, CSV, and XLS. You can click View Data Table to view the data that was used to create the chart. You can also click on the respective bar to view the chat's information, such as customer profile, last message, time elapsed, and so on. Now let's look at the chart status versus time comparison. This chart is used to compare chats in queue, engaged, on hold, against average and maximum, first response time, average handling time, and average response time. You can download a chart in different formats, such as PNG, JPEG, PDF, SVG Vector, CSV, and XLS. You can click View Data Table to view the data that was used to create the chart. Or click the respective bar to view the chat's information such as customer profile, last message, time elapsed, and so on. So, now that you know what drop-down options there are, let's put a definition to each of them so you have context to how the metrics are captured and presented to you. The average first response time is calculated as the average time for which a customer waits to receive the first response from the agent. This means the time when the first message is sent by agent to the time when the chat is created. This metric is calculated for all chats that have been created on that day, since 12 a.m., and an average of those values is used. The maximum first response time represents the longest time for which a customer waits to receive the first response from the agent. This metric is calculated for all chats that have been created that day, since 12 a.m., and the maximum of those times is used. The average handling time is determined by the average time a chat stays with an agent, which is the time for which a chat stays within Agents My Chats. This duration is calculated for all chats that have been created that day, since 12 a.m., and the average of those values is used. The average response time is the average time a customer generally waits to receive a response from the agent, which is the time when an agent sends a response to time when a customer sends a message. This is calculated for each message transaction within a chat. This duration is calculated for each message transaction for all chats that have been created that day, since 12 a.m., and the average of those values is considered. Now let's look at the Dashboard Workforce Metrics section. It provides a snapshot of the agent work performance for the selected teams. A maximum of 20 teams can be selected. Details such as number of agents logged in, agents accepting chats, and agents not accepting chats can be viewed on this screen. You can click on the respective buttons for detailed information of the agent. The client administrator also has the ability to search with either agent name or agent ID within this list. This section displays the following details: the agent name, agent ID, current status, which is the available, unavailable break information from the console, time and status, which is the time spent by the agent in the current status, chats created, which is the total number of new chats created by the agent since the last login, chats active, which is the number of active chats, excluding chats on hold, being handled by the agent, chats closed, which is the total number of chats closed by the agent since the last login, unique customers served, which is the total number of unique customers served since the last login, and total in time, which is the total duration the agent has been logged in since the last login.